How would you feel if all you wanted in life was to fulfill your calling, but somehow you meet someone who hated you so much and will seek opportunity to eliminate you? How would you feel? This story is real. I least expect this to happen, especially in the house of God. You see, a younger priest was arrested for killing his superior reverend in the church. Right now, I'm even tempted to begin to ask some questions like, how did we come to this level? What exactly happened to our humanity and our belief? Evangelist Morris Fadehan, a 65-year-old clergy in charge of the Celestial Church, Grace of Comfort Parish, was attacked by his assistant pastor, Evangelist Lecon Ogundipe. This whole incident happened in Grace of Comfort Parish of the Celestial Church in Ile-Ife, Ogun State. The man who was killed was an influential leader, a kind-hearted personality, and well loved by his members. And that is why he saw this young man in the church and picked him up to being a worker. And he was nurturing this young man so that he could become useful to God and useful for himself. And according to members of the church, Lecon was never registered or a certified clergy. But Morris was working hard to build him up. But at this point where this incident happened, Lecon was already a junior priest, more like an assistant. But one day, Lecon woke up and decided to end the life of his boss. He stabbed him multiple times and slammed Morris' head on the floor, leading to his death. After killing Morris, he set his body on fire right on the altar in the presence of God. You see, the reason for this barbaric act will shock you. So let's go back and start from the beginning. What actually happened? Why did the junior priest choose to attack his senior colleague in such a gruesome manner? And why did he have to set him ablaze? I still feel deep inside of me that Evangelist Morris and Lecon secretly harbored animosity towards each other. That's what I feel. So Morris, who served as a shepherd in a Celestial church before his demise, had Lecon as his assistant and second in command. Morris started to notice Lecon's misconduct and recognizing him as a problematic individual. It wasn't clear to Morris who Lecon was, but he knew that there was something about this young man that wasn't genuine. So it was evident that Lecon's behavior deviated from the main beliefs, the fundamental beliefs of the church. It appeared that at that time, Lecon hadn't committed any glaring offense that would even warrant Morris to remove him. But Morris knew that time was going to reveal who Lecon truly was. So the tension was building and the church continued. Here's the first account of what we got when we investigated this story. So it all started when Lecon began to connect and in fact fell in love with one female clergy called Prophetess Mommy Ewa. About a week before the incident on February 21st, 2024, Prophetess Ewa, also known as Mommy Ewa, was said to be in the church, perhaps engaged in prayer or some other activities in the church when Lecon approached her. Prior to this moment, there was speculation circulating that Mommy Ewa and Lecon were possibly involved in some kind of secret relationship. So it's just a mere speculation. You know how gossip and rumors circulate quickly in a small community. So some revealed that they actually tried relating in some ways, but it didn't work out between them. So it appeared that Lecon was trying to force a relationship of Mommy Ewa against her wishes. Rumors suggest they might have had intimate connections in the past, and it's possible also that Lecon was simply trying to create an impression, or maybe he and Mommy Ewa were just being friendly and spending time together without clearly defining what was going on. I think what Lecon had was just misplaced affection. On the 21st of February, while Mommy Ewa was in the church, Lecon approached her in his usually normal and friendly manner, but she immediately confronted him and asked why he was telling people that they were dating. She expressed her displeasure with the rumor going around, and she made it clear to him that they weren't dating and that he should stop it. Whatever he was telling people should end at that point. Now, it wasn't clear if Mommy Ewa left the church immediately after that conversation, but Lecon could not hide his displeasure over what Mommy Ewa just told him. So he became furious and started physically assaulting Mommy Ewa, beating her and even using cane to flog her. Thankfully, someone nearby intervened and stopped him. When the news of Lecon's attack on Mommy Ewa reached Superior Evangelist Morris, he was deeply disturbed and sought a disciplinary action against Lecon. Given the fact that the incident happened within the church premises, that was even going to give the church a bad image in the community if not properly addressed. So Morris saw the act as a taboo, a shameful act and disgusting, especially since Lecon was a servant of the living God. So Morris decided to take action. He approached the founder of the church, who may not necessarily be a priest but held a senior position, and he filed a complaint. Morris expressed his intention to remove Lecon as his assistant due to the misconduct. And it was revealed that Lecon had a history of physically assaulting people within and outside the church. The church founder sided with Morris, and that it wasn't going to be an issue. If he felt Lecon needed to leave, then Lecon should go so as to save the image of the church. With this position, and that with his position as a senior priest of the church, Morris alone had the power to dismiss or fire his subordinate whenever he wishes. So nevertheless, he had to consult with the elders of the church and explain his intentions along with the reasons why Lecon has to go. So the first thing Morris did was to retrieve the church keys from Lecon, and that sent a signal that he was on his way out already. Here's another angle to the story. You see, it was also speculated in some quarters that another brother in the same church was also interested in Mommy Ewa, and Father Morris, for some weird reason, was in support of this other guy instead of Lecon. So Lecon was feeling bitter with Father Morris, given that he was disapproving him as against the other guy in the church, and plus since he was his assistant, he should play to his favor, right? So Lecon was boiling in rage, and Mommy Ewa respects Father Morris, and if Father Morris will approve of the other fellow, that is final. Though a priest in the house of God, he was filled with anger, he was filled with envy, he was filled with bitterness. In some way or another, Lecon learned that his senior pastor, his senior colleague Morris, was planning to evict him from the parish. So Lecon wasn't ready to go down without putting up a fight. I thought he should have approached Morris for a conversation or a discussion about the incident involving him and Mommy Ewa. Some said he pleaded with Father Morris, but Morris wasn't ready to listen to him. So on the 26th of February 2024, on the evening of Monday, after the close of service, Shepherd Morris, still at the altar alone with God, praying, Lecon came in and launched a surprise attack on him. Morris was 65 years old. You know, he wasn't a match for Lecon since he was much older. It escalated into a fight initially because Evangelist Morris attempted to defend himself, but you know, he was caught off guard. Unfortunately for Morris, Lecon's intention were not just for him to engage in a fight with Morris, but to finish Morris. Lecon first grabbed the church bell and hit Morris repeatedly on the head. Morris fell and became weak and then unconscious. As if that was not enough, he picked a screwdriver and drove it right into his nose, straight into his brain, killing him almost immediately. As if that was not even enough, he got nails and drove it into this man's ears. And as if that was not still enough, Lecon wrapped Morris in a white cloth, dragged him forward and set the body on fire right in the church. What a life. So Lecon aimed to make it appear as though someone else had committed the act, or he intended to make it look as if it's an accident. So while Morris' body was burning in the church, Lecon ran to Pa Olafare, the church founder, crying and pretending that Morris had caught fire in the church. The founder simply accompanied Lecon to the church and discovered a crowd of people already gathered, and they were attempting to extinguish the fire and save Morris. But their efforts were all in vain, as it was already too late. Upon spotting Lecon, the crowd noticed blood stain on Lecon's clothes and hands, and as well scratch marks all over his body. That instantly rose suspicion that he was responsible for the attack. He was questioned about the blood stains and the mark and injuries, but his explanation were not good enough. So when he attempted to flee, the enraged mob apprehended him. Meanwhile, the founder of the church had promptly contacted the police, preventing the mob from taking matters into their own hands. After the police got there, they questioned Lecon and he admitted to the act. Lecon was arrested by the law enforcement agent and currently in custody at the Iloro Divisional Police Station. Lecon confessed that he did what he did because the shepherd did not support his relationship with Mommy Ewa. Secondly, the shepherd collected the church keys from him, and that finally he wasn't ready to bear the shame of being dismissed from the sanctuary of God. That was why he did what he did. The remains of the deceased have been deposited at the OAU Teaching Hospital Complex morgue for autopsy. The church is making it clear now that They don't have anything to do with Lecon. It's unfortunate that some pastors and parish priests who we think are chosen and ordained by God end up being monsters. They become killers, rapists, thieves, extremely abusive and violent. That's why the church is keeping their distance now that one of their own has turned out to be a beast. It's a sad reality. What happened to Evangelist Morris is just another unfortunate event of the many things happening around us. We must be careful and take care of ourselves. Even if Morris have disposed of Lecon, it's certain that Lecon would have still found his way to come take a revenge on the man of God. There was another assertion by an anonymous person who said Lecon killed Father Morris because he found out that Father Morris himself was dating Mommy Ewa, his girlfriend. According to the anonymous person, Lecon suspected Father Morris and Mommy Ewa having something together, and so he decided to confront Father Morris that Monday morning. But the matter degenerated into a fight which led to the death of Morris. Well, that's just an assertion, right? So many people suspect that Lecon could be struggling with, something like mental health issues. I just do pray and hope that the police will do the needful. I'm curious to hear your opinion on this particular story. What do you think? Remember to like, share and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss update on this particular story. All I want to tell you today is stay safe, watch yourself, watch your family, and make sure nothing happens to you. Thank you very much. My name is Charles Emmanuel. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.